nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Late Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Late Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Late Keisha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.
Hey, hey, hey. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hey, that rhyme. I'm going to start rapping next, y'all. But anywho, y'all, let's get into this, honey, because y'all don't want to know about, what is that? The Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they ain't doing absolutely nothing. And let me just tell y'all why they not. Because the star of the show, well, she was supposed to be the star of the show, Miss Porsha Guobadia. Porsha Williams. But anywho, now Porsha filed for divorce. She was supposed to have this big old storyline, filming in this nice property, nice home, and she can do none of it. None of it, none of it, none of it. So Porsha don't got a storyline. The show is going to SHIT. Nobody is talking about anything. In fact, Porsha started this whole situation with Drew. This whole thing, non-existent storyline with Drew. And I bet y'all wondering, why doesn't Porsha have a storyline?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Well, I was minding my black business and somebody sent me something and everything dawned on me. So this was months ago. I received information that Porsha was out here being a hoe. Now, I know y'all. Now, here's the thing. It's a bunch of women that love Porsha dirty draws. And you know why? It's because y'all wish that y'all can do what y'all think she doing. Let me say that again. Y'all wish that y'all can do what y'all think she's doing. But let me just break it to y'all this way. Porsha is washed up in Georgia. So for all of y'all that think that Porsha the girl, she ain't, I'm here to tell you. But anywho, let me get back on topic, okay? So yeah, I know it's a lot of y'all that wish that y'all were Porsha, but if you only knew, nobody wants Porsha, not even Simon. Well, here's the deal. So I received this information that Porsha was out here being a hoe, and not just with one man, with a lot of them. Like, it's a list of them. And y'all know, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she talked about her, Simon just, wasn't doing what he was supposed to been doing and yada, yada. And she had called him about her daughter and he wasn't interested. And y'all fell for it. Would you be interested in talking with a lady, her daughter, anybody in her damn family, if she was out here hoeing and sleeping with, allegedly, I gotta say allegedly, but these folks is telling the truth. She's out here sleeping with people's husbands and all sorts of things. Now, y'all really think that Porsha is this good girl? She ain't. Get that out your mind. She's not, okay? Now, this is where it all starts to come together. So I received information about a lot of different people, right? Now, I don't know if you guys recall, but several months ago, before, Simon got locked up, because y'all know Porsha allegedly had something to do with that too. She did. But anywho, let me not get off topic. I received information about a guy named Kelvin. And I was like, I mean, I did look him up and I found some, little, I was like, okay, whatever. Didn't really find much of a connection only, but, I heard that name Kelvin, right? So I'm like, whatever. So I minded my business. And then it dawned on me, and I'm going to show y'all this article because I know some of y'all probably forgot too, or when Simon said it, because Simon said it, he said a lot. Y'all probably just don't remember. Well, I'm going to go right down to that particular area. Okay. Y'all see that? Simon Guobadia demands Porsha Williams retain text with mystery man Kelvin, and let's pronounce his last name. Kelvin Owuzu Ansa. That's how you say his last name. He said that she needs to maintain those text messages. Simon said a lot. And I always was like, who is this man? So again, I did some research digging and I was like, okay, well, allegedly this man is married. Okay. And he is somebody that was blowing, Portia's back out. She liked married men, honey. So allegedly they saying this man said that he was gonna leave his wife, because y'all know that's what cheaters do, and somehow she believed it and therefore went to divorce her husband, which is making so much sense, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because as I looked online, I found more and more of Simon's, he was just, putting all types of stuff on Instagram. And one of the things he said is that people had told her to divorce him. And he never really said who it was, but allegedly they're saying that this man told Porsha to divorce Simon and somehow he was going to marry her again. Y'all know that's what, cheaters do. But anyways, I was watching the show and this irked the hell out of me because I want to show y'all this, because I keep telling y'all that Porsha is a liar. I mean, Kenya just told y'all she's a liar. Do y'all believe Kenya? Porsha is a liar. Okay. So I was watching this and I just shook my head because all Porsha does is lie.
I filed for divorce a couple months ago. We had financial issues.
Now look at all of this stuff she says. Didn't want to be married to a stranger. Something about he was a fraudster. All of these things she's saying. But the real reason that she filed for divorce is allegedly this woman was messing around with various men. Various, not one, not two, various. Now I heard, this is the information that I heard months ago. So what I was told she did is try to divorce him to kind of beat him to the punch. But listen to these lies.
We had serious trust issues. He just wasn't the man that I thought I was marrying.
He wasn't the man that she thought she was marrying. Well, that's kind of weird, because what man marries a woman that goes out and sleep with other men? He probably didn't know that she was the woman that he thought she was. So that kind of like, but you know what, y'all? I found something else that in this video that I'm going to show y'all, this is really what sparked my memory, because I was like, wait a minute. I remember that guy, Kelvin. And again, somebody had sent me this video. They sent me this video and I said, oh, wow. That is exactly the man. The man that, the Kelvin guy. I done lost my train of thought. So let's get into this video. Somebody sent me this video, and this is courtesy of Tasha K. And I said, she is saying exactly what I was saying, because y'all love to drag or try to get in the comments and say goofy stuff. And I was saying the same thing. I said, every time I try to tell these fools something about Porsha, they don't believe it. So when I saw this video, I was like, she's saying the same thing I said. So I don't know if y'all saw this video. This is an old video. It's not new. That's what I was like, oh, wow. So if y'all missed it, courtesy of Tasha K, let's get into it.
I say, you say something wrong like it. That's just how we do as grown women. So I am not above reproach. Okay. I can be told too when I'm wrong. And like I said, the whiner was always right. And so I saw y'all going off on me with my last clip that we took from the last show that we did on Friday about Porsha's brand taking a huge decline. Now, I didn't get specifics as to why it took a decline. I was kind of easing y'all into the information. Because when have I ever reported inaccurate information that was given to me about Porsha and her men's? Even the men's that she was messing with, that light men's. When have I ever been?
Now, that is so interesting. I don't talk to Tasha K. I just, I'll see her videos, but it's very interesting that she's saying the same thing I was saying.
I even gave you an exclusive hidden side dish brought in part to you by Dennis Hot Dog. What's Dennis' last name? I think of his last name right now. But anyway, her baby daddy. McKinley. Dennis Hot Dog Gut McKinley. He was messing with Sincerely. And then has the nerve to say, I'm lying. And then him and Sincerely all of a sudden have the same damn defamation lawyer trying to sue me. I said, now how you paying for your side bitch legal fees? Come on now, Dennis, you can't make it no obvious. You remember that, Jasmine? Do you remember that chick? I ain't never seen her before. How y'all got the same lawyer?
Yeah.
That's couple shit. But y'all got mad at me when I said she was out there in Africa, underdressed. Everybody was focused on Phaedra. I said Porsha's brand took a decline because when she married Simon and the way she...
So I'm going to stop here. So again, I'm playing this because she's saying everything that I had said, but I just saw this video. Now, she going to talk about Porsha brand taking a decline. Why? Because Porsha got married. She led the world to believe, she had met this, this great man, and she's happy she's married, only to jump on social media and drag the very man, talk about him like a dog. And this was the man that you took from another woman. Now, I knew y'all gonna say, oh, well, Fallon got pregnant. We don't listen. It doesn't matter. Porsha was messing with somebody's husband. Her brand is in the trash.
Did it so just gangster-wise, just took him from her friend. Y'all was praising that. Y'all was like, oh my God, Porsha won. She's better. She's this. She's got that. She's got the wedding. She's got the Nigerian wedding, the Guinea wedding. She's got, the house over here. Everything, only for her to get out on live to try to drag the very man she took from another woman and got upset when she found out the things that the other woman knew about that she didn't know about, that she thought was going to hinder her brand, all because she felt invalidated because she was no longer doing reality TV. Porsha missed that attention. She missed being a side bitch. And I say this to say, because you're like, Tasha, why do you keep calling this lady a side bitch? Well, we don't say things without receipts. I just don't understand how a woman that y'all say has won goes from being a wife.
And y'all are forever saying Porsha won. Porsha won nothing. Y'all continue to say, oh, that's Porsha house. Quiet as kept. That ain't even Simon house. I mean, it's his house because it's, he financed it, but Porsha can't even get the house if he wanted to give it to her. The house has a mortgage on it. That's why I say, Porsha is something that a lot of y'all wish y'all can be, but the bad thing is Porsha ain't even it.
A wealthy wife, a courted wife to a mistress. Jasmine. If you are from Atlanta and you are in the African community, then I'm surely you know who this man is. If not, I'm going to tell you about it.
Hell, baby.
So this man is not only married, okay? His name is Kelvin Owusa. He's a very nice looking man. He looks like the third string to them Ricky Smiley dudes that came out. You know, the baby daddy, it was Ricky Smiley, and then the baby daddy that was the baby daddy to the twins looked just like Ricky. He looked like he could be a Ricky third, you know. His wife's name is Nana Adoja Abisa. Nana Adoja Abisa. They live in Vinings in Cobb County. His wife, his son, and his daughter. This is the man that honestly was responsible for the dissolution of a marriage that she's going through now with Simon. Because this man promised her not only was he going to leave his wife, which that doesn't happen in Nigeria. I don't even know why she fell for that. But if he couldn't leave the wife, because she was in the circle and this is who she was entertaining, and we're going to say alleged. We're going to say alleged. He could ensure, and she thought that he can ensure, that she meets another real wealthy Nigerian. So basically, they was hating, in my opinion, according to sources, on Simon. I mean, Simon, he hit a lick. So did Porsha. Simon got marketing for his companies. Porsha got a secure lifestyle. It's a win-win situation, right?
I've been trying to tell y'all, but y'all wasn't trying to hear me. So we're going to play this video on now.
But for her to get up here, hold on for a second, and parade taking somebody's husband only to find out, in her opinion, that he wasn't all that she thought he was going to be, and met this one along the way while Simon was out the country, and he plugged into her ear, thinking that, telling her he was going to leave his wife. Now she the only one out here fighting with the courts to be able to film in another man's house that she cannot afford on her own. Real Housewives of Atlanta paycheck don't pay that. Tubi Movies don't pay that. It don't pay that kind of mortgage on Peachtree. And if you live on Peachtree, you know what I'm talking about. Paces Ferry Road. I know exactly where that house is, okay? Porsha didn't think it through. And now while this man is still with his wife.
Well, we know she didn't think it through. We know she didn't think it through because right now, girl, here's the deal. You filed for divorce against your husband, okay? You don't have a storyline. Not only do you not have a storyline, you cannot talk about him. You can't mention his name. You cannot even film in the damn house that you lived in. So we know that you didn't think it through.
And not leaving his wife, Porsha is out in Nigeria trying to get another one. But because word has spread at how she did Simon, nobody's fucking with her.
They're not messing with her. The Nigerians, they're not messing with her. Not Simon. Porsha even said in her own words that Simon relatives, they're good on her. They don't want to have anything to do with her. They are tight and they know that this woman is just not, she's over with. Porsha is burnt up, okay? The only man she will get next is somebody equal to her baby daddy, Dennis.
With her. They only want Phaedra, but I'm the hater. And to those of y'all that are going to be watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta this season, just notice that she's not going to be able to use Simon's name. She's not allowed. She's on a gag order.
I told y'all, let's just play it on now.
I pulled the paperwork. But when y'all came for me, I was trying to keep this information to myself. But then when y'all was like, oh, she hating, she this, how am I hating on that loss? How do you go from being a wife?
Right. And y'all do be saying that though. Who hates on a hoe except for somebody who want to be a hoe? Now, I know some of y'all really want to be like Porsha, maybe, but that's not a desire for everybody. So I just want to set the record straight.
Flying private. He building you a house from scratch. Flying you all over the world. You get bored. She's so used to being in the streets, so used to being praised for her mediocre.
And see, I gotta stop it here because it's so crazy that this is what Tasha is saying. She missed the street. When I tell you, people was telling me that Porsha is and will always be a hoe, and that she could not take being the, really the wife was too much for her. She liked to be from D to D, from D to D. I'm just trying to tell y'all.
For her mediocre cat.
Mediocre.
Because let me tell you, if it wasn't mediocre, Simon would still be fighting for it, and so would every other man. And we knew the men that she was courting and paying to be on that show, just like Kenya was before. But now you got a whole storyline you done presented to Bravo, and you can't even say your husband's name because your check ain't long enough to fight him in court.
Now that is for real. Now y'all been watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard Porsha say Simon Guobadia. And has she talked about Simon, or has she alluded to maybe, let somebody else say some things? But y'all have not heard this man's name. You ain't seen the inside of that house.
So you have to allude to certain things.
Allude.
But this is a great storyline. How about you put Kelvin up there? He fine. He got money. How about you put Kelvin up there since you put him in between your marriage? This is who you left your husband for, thinking he was gonna leave his wife because his wife ain't as bad as you. According to you, you got a better body. You look better than the wife, but you forgot she's the wife. He can trust her.
Wow.
But y'all think just having a bad body and being on TV is all you need to get and keep a man. No, ma'am. So, as I said in my last video, Porsha has lost. Phaedra is the new girl.
And we gonna wrap that up right there because I've been told y'all that Porsha wasn't shit. I done said that so many times that I'm tired of saying it. Now, all of you people that are Porsha fans, I just want to know, what do y'all see in Porsha? Are you blind? You don't see whole qualities? Because that is what she is. I mean, this is not, anybody trying to hate. There's nothing there. There's nothing to hate. And then she's a horrible damn friend, as you can see how bitter she is to her own friends. So for all of y'all that say y'all team Porsha and she should get the house, she's not getting the house. First of all, he financed the house. Second of all, they have a prenuptial agreement. She's allowed to stay there because that's what it says in the prenuptial agreement. But you should ask yourself this. Why are some women always looking for a man to get them something? Why they can't get off their ass and try to do something for themselves? You got to stop trying to depend on a man for every single thing you do. So if that is what you like about Porsha, something is definitely wrong with your ass, because all Porsha doing is selling PUSS.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock.